In this video, I'll just show like recent utility that I learned. So this is like an updated utility set for a B execute on Inferno. I'll show a God Flash, which can be the first flash teammate throws, and then both the boost smoke as well as coffin smoke from one position, and also Molotovs for like almost all positions. So even a like new Molotov for this area. This Molotov won't cover the back corners over here, and the new box molly that I'll show is like a slightly better version of throwing it. And then there is a molly which lands on top of this box and covers both of these like side areas as well. So starting off with the smokes. So you use this corner for both of the smokes. For the CT smoke, get into this corner. So like it does take some moving around a little bit, but once you are stuck into the corner itself, look for the scaffolding and specifically this like first beam on the right side of this corner. So you aim at the bottom of that and then a W jump throw. This bounces here and then lands on top of boost. For all of the boost smokes, you need to be aware that a CT can actually block this and make it fall down. So if that is the case, then you just need to communicate that. Now for the coffin smoke, if you've thrown the CT smoke first, you need to move back into the corner. So press Shift D and back, so you'll be perfectly in back line once again, or in the corner once again. After that, look for the sandbag. Towards the right of the sandbag, you basically move your crosshair up so that you're in the middle of this wall. So there is this slight line, you can just aim slightly above that as well. And this is just a standard left click jump throw. So this bounces off of this wall, lands on top of the sandbag, and then basically covers off this entire area. One thing which for all of these smokes you need to be aware is that the CT can actually push here, so that is something you need to see. Then from the same position, after throwing the coffin smoke, you can Molotov of dark and pillar. For that, look for this brick on the wall. So starting off with the bottom right corner, move your crosshair slightly up and to the right so that it looks more or less like this. You can use this line as a reference as well. And once you are in this position, you do a W jump throw. So this lands on top of the sandbags, extends out and covers, most importantly, like blocks of this pillar fully. So it like will spread out and the CT cannot play behind this pillar like they usually do. One thing to note will be that the molly does not spread far back into these corners, so a CT could still use the molly and it like just lurk over here. So you need to be aware of that. After throwing the smokes and molly, you move towards the left. Once you have this church pillar or like church building in view, you just look for this window, aim here, and do left click throws. So these flashes will land on top of the balcony, and basically they just blind everyone playing on site. And the best part about this is that since they are landing on top of the balcony, your teammates do not get blinded by this at all. So these are the supportive flashes, and but again, one good thing to throw for the first few players if they have a flash is to throw a flash over here. It'll either blind anyone like rotating, so they won't be able to push, or like they may mess up their supportive utility as well. Um, but otherwise, after you've thrown all of this, if you have another teammate, they should essentially be throwing the new box molly. So the standard lineup is this. Like you just aim at this beam and left click throw. But a better version is to look for this heart-shaped mark. On the bottom there is this flat section, so you aim at the bottom right of that. And then move your crosshair down so that you're lying in this section or like this wooden pattern like shown, and then jump throw. The reason why this is better is that it bounces off of the box and like basically bursts slightly far back. What that does is that it'll always extend out and cover this corner. So with the regular lineup, sometimes what happens is that with RNG, this far corner is not fully covered, and that can be like an unexpected surprise of sorts. So CT can use that molly and like just stay in cover, and then they will have like an angle for the Hobbit area. So that is why this molly is slightly better. Now again, if you have all of these mollies at disposal, which usually for banana is not the case, but if you do, then a way to molly off both the first orange and second orange on top of the second orange box, you can do it as follows. So look for this section of the roof where, like between the lamp and this, aim as shown. So like on the bottom arch, just where this dark section is, and then just a regular left click throw. So this lands on top of the box in this corner, spreads out, covers this area, like first oranges as well, and then second oranges as well. So coupled with the new box molly, like this entire area is mollied off. And then with like the final third molly that you throw over here, the pillar is unplayable. So the only position with some cover is basically going to be this fountain pillar. But if you have three people rushing, they they won't be able to like hold off of all angles using just this, especially with these flashes coming in as well. So yeah, that is it. And then the final thing is the first flash. So this can be the final player who is maybe rotating from second mid. The first flash that you can throw, and this the timing of this will be basically when the both smokes have actually just landed. So you basically look for this corner on the plank, move your crosshair towards the left. You can also aim slightly below this actually, and then just jump through. So this is the starting flash, and this is also the cue for your teammates to basically start scaling. So once this flash bursts, your teammates should start basically rushing towards the site, and the other flashes that you throw from this position, basically the balcony flashes, will be the only ones that you need. Another variant of the balcony flashes would be to like throw the balcony flash first and then throw this. So the second flash blinds anyone playing CT, and also covers off like these farther like back wall sections or the fountain section on the site. And yeah, that is basically it. Like a lot of utility which is more or less already um, the common set, but just like different ways of throwing it. And yeah, I hope it helps.